Good day everyone, my name is Coolpilot and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Mishaps. Now it's been a little while since we've had an episode here. It's been a little while since I've uploaded anything to YouTube because the last couple of weeks been having some problems with the internet being pretty slow or just outright non-existent and being really irregular. It's really haven't had a chance to upload anything. Starting to get back towards normal. It's still not very great, but I guess Comcast, but it's back to the normal suckiness for Comcast instead of the unusually high suckiness for Comcast. Now before we get to the main brunt of this episode, just showing off what I've done inside the bunker. You can always see I've filled out this thing with glass. But before we actually go and look inside the bunker, there's a little thing that happened outside the bunker here that I got on camera. Recorded a little bit for, and well, would like to show off because it's something that I had kind of forgotten about, and has to do with this eerie biome right here. So over to you, Pastor Me. Alright, so I'm up here on top of this main mountain near our base. You can see the entrance to our bunker down there with all our bushes. This is where I've been digging out, the hill I've been digging out. Our main basin will be expanding underneath this mountain eventually. But I was underground, digging out our bunker, and I noticed, looking at the map to kind of see where I had gotten to on the tunnel, digging downward to mine out resources, that this was all dark and said eerie. I had forgotten that the Thuamcraft totems have ore nodes inside them, and specifically that these ore nodes can turn the biome to eerie biome. Now, this eerie biome can spawn some nasty stuff at night, so we are going to want to get rid of it. Normally, obsidian totem blocks, or obsidian tiles, and the like, can actually be mined up with iron tools. It takes quite a while, but you can mine it up. You can break it with, still stuff lesser, like this wooden pick, which is what we're actually going to break it with, but we won't get the block itself. I don't think we shouldn't. Actually, it looks like it's breaking relatively quickly. Oh, there we go. And breaking that also broke. It looks like it broke the very quickly right after it broke the actual node within it, and we got some ethereal essence of unknown aspect and ethereal essence Terra. I'm assuming this is like sinister aspect or something like that, which is what made this into an eerie biomes. Like I think it's called like a sinister node or an eerie node or something along those lines. Now this is still an eerie biome despite getting rid of that block, that top block with node in it will prevent this from spreading anymore. It's already kind of filled out this chunk, but it won't spread beyond this anymore, which is good. I don't want it spreading any more than this. But this biome here will still spawn some nasty stuff at night, and luckily it's well enough away from our entrance that it shouldn't matter too much. It is unfortunate. There should be an item later on to get rid of this eerie biome and return it back to normal. However, that's requires some advancement into Thuamcraft, which we're not yet even near starting. It's just a shame I didn't notice this earlier to stop it. I actually did get the obsidian tile. It's just a stone weapon. I don't know, maybe the Tinker's Construct, not weapon but tool. Maybe the Tinker's Construct tool works differently, because the only way to make an iron pickaxe is with Tinker's Construct pieces, which we don't have access to yet because I'm just now digging that main mine shaft for us to go down and mine the resources that we need to actually start making those advanced tools and metal tools. I should say the advanced tools are after that. But yeah, I was glad I noticed this when it did, so it didn't get spread any more. It is kind of unfortunate. We kind of ruined our area a little bit. But we'll have to, eventually we'll get far enough into Thuamcraft to get rid of this and turn it back to Hopefully it turns it back to Savannah and not to like whatever the vanilla would be. I hope it remembers what this was. Whatever. It's a bit unfortunate that it's already kind of messed up the land a little bit, but and actually, well, these are obsidian totems. Maybe the totems you can't get. I don't know, it's breaking around the same speed. No, I can get it. Oh, I might as well finish mining this thing up then. But I have noticed it, and I have stopped the spread, gotten a bit of essence for it. And I have actually, on my way up here, actually noticed another node, which is the only one I have marked since that whole crash incident screwed up all my waypoints. But I'll now at least have a note. You can see it on the map, that little red dot there in the upper right corner in the mini-map. Right there. Not too far from home, so convenient. And of course there's the one out, there's the couple we had seen, when we, come around here. I think one's like right over here off the shore. So yeah, we have several not too far away. And we've gotten rid of the troublesome one. I don't think there are any more of those visible. It doesn't look like it. So that should be the only messed up area. And as I said, we should be able to clean this up sometime later as we advance through Thuamcraft. But for now, it's just kind of, it's not technically tainted, but it's messed up. And I shall just have to be patient in order to fix it. It's getting dark, so I gotta get back inside and get back to mining. So I will see you back in, well, the future, I suppose, since I'm gonna be cutting back to this. I'll see you back in the future right now. And there you go. So yeah, it was just that Thuamcraft totem that I noticed a while ago was up here. I had forgotten that the ore nodes in those things, at least in this version of Thuamcraft, can create these eerie biomes, which is a bit of a problem. Luckily, I caught it before it could go beyond this one chunk. And of course, we took it out there. Did not know that you could take it out with wooden tools. Well, like, I knew you could break it, but I didn't know you could collect the thing with wooden tools. I thought you had to have iron. I don't know. Whatever. I got the totem bolts now. Already put them away a while ago, of course, because it's been several Minecraft days, and since we've done that, did that earlier this morning. I'm recording this at like night, so I've been working on the bunker like all day today for the most part. So the progress on the bunker, outside of the farms, like not much happened other than replacing the farm with entirely barley. But I did, of course, put the glass in, this nice clear glass from Tinker's Construct, which took forever to make, and dug a little too deep trench around it, just to catch, the skeletons and the zombies, and the baby zombies. Doesn't catch the spiders, of course, and don't have any spider protection, but at this point, not too worrisome. What did I do with the dirt? I do not know. I guess I must have put it away and left the door open. Now let's go get some. You can already, right off the bat, see, some of the digging and some of the digging over there. But let's actually go close the door first. There we go. So it's been basically a lot of digging in here. What I had done to kind of plan out the bunker is I had taken this, underground map. You can see it up there in the corner in the mini map, or I can go to the full map. I'd basically taken this, and I had taken a version where I, had walked all the way around the mountain and used that to kind of plan out where I could fit things into and plan out, basically plan out the entire bunker. What I wanted to put where. One of the first things I did is this hallway that I had here, I filled with the plan that I made. This big hallway I had made had to be filled in for the most part. Filled all that in, made room over here, started doing the other hallways and rooms. Now I can't get rid of this hallway yet, because this is where I have the smeltery, and this is where I'm actually supposed to put the farm, is like right here. The farm ends like right here, and then I put, you know, cobblestone for the wall here. But I can't finish that yet because I have the smeltery here, and I don't have the room that I'm going to put all the smeltery and, you know, all the crafting stuff built yet, because that will be, there'll be a hallway going this way. Storage room will be like right here. It'll go down a ways, then hook left, and then go down into the main mountain, and over towards that way will be where the crafting room is. Over here it'll be, you know, as I said, this will be storage. This is the mine shaft, which we'll go down and talk about in a bit, and also talk about why I have, you know, down here only half a heart. Yeah, that happened because of down there, and unfortunately, the footage I got for it was bad footage. I was recording, but the footage just won't work within the episode, unfortunately, because of sound issues. Ugh, sucked. Not that it was much of anything anyways, but as I said, we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, that'll be storage. It's the mine shaft, and part of the idea of having the storage here is that, you know, the mine shaft would come out right into the storage, and I could walk into the storage and then over towards crafting. Whereas over here, this would, of course, be a farm here. It's not going to be a huge farm. If I ever need to make a larger farm, well, I can always expand. You know, I can even expand, you know, vertically, of course. And then over here, I have 2 rooms. If you're wondering about all this grass, Enderman paid me a visit and had dropped a grass block right here. So I just put some dirt down and let the grass spread over here, because I'm going to need grass underground here. Because while I can get grass spread from outside with the room that I'm going to put... Oh, my shovel broke. Oh, that's good enough. I'm going to put a big room for animals. Basically a giant animal pen. Circular, you know, animal pen. In here. Right past, you know, this will be like the door right here. And it'll be, you know, lots of grass in there. Although I can get grass from the outside, you know, because this room is going to basically take up this whole area right here, you know, at the end of the mountain. I can get some grass outside. It will still take a while to spread, and I'd like to have some grass on the inside to spread up, you know, this way. So I just took advantage of the Enderman giving me a little gift. This room here will be a berry room. I don't really need, you know, that much space for the berries. So this will keep it a little more compact, and I don't have quite so many berry bushes, you know, more than I need. And I can keep the excess berry bushes for, you know, future homes. That little amber there, so I kept that hole in the wall. There's lots of amber and other things that I can't, kind of in the way of things that I can't dig up yet, because I don't have an iron tool, but we'll be fixing that today. And this is just, you know, a mirrored room for over there. I was originally going to use this for the ore berries, but I'm not sure if I'm going to put it here or not. I might want to put it, you know, down towards where, you know, the crafting and everything will be, because this is all meant for like food primarily. You know, and magical crops, of course. I was thinking of like using this as a temporary bedroom until I get deeper into the main mountain, which is where, you know, most our stuff is actually going to be. But yeah, I don't know for sure what I'm going to use this for in the end. Just noticed I didn't finish filling this in. There we go. Did I get the dirt from that? Seemed like I didn't get the dirt from that. Maybe I did. Must just be crazy. Alright. If you're wondering about all the torches on the ground, I actually realized that the torches, when I had put them up here, weren't actually giving us enough light. And when I had, you know, did the whole, you know, F3 and looked at the block light and it said 8, that's 8 at the head level. I realized this when I was, you know, got down to the bottom of the mine shaft and started, well, got down into the mine shaft and started mining and doing my, you know, normal mining pattern. And the block light said that I could only go 3 deep instead of 4 deep on, you know, either side of the main mining shaft or mining hallway, I guess. I'll show you what I mean down there. But it was, you know, actually not 8 on the ground. It was 8 up here, and it was 9 on the ground, because when I'm mining, I just put the torches on the ground. So the block light would be like 8 here and 7 here. So when I saw the 7, I said, oh, I can't go any further. But wait, I should be able to go one farther. And that's when I realized, oh, it's down 8. So we went through everything and noticed, when I had seen, 8 up here, it was actually 7 because the torches were up above us. So the 8 at the head level was 7 down below, whereas with the torches, at the bottom here, a 8 here will be a 9 here. And a 7 here will be an 8 here at head level. Well, that's when it's up above, excuse me. When it's down below, an 8 here will be a 7 here, and a 9 here will be an 8 here. There, I got it straight. It's nighttime, let's actually sleep that away. Whew. Throat's a little sore from working on this all day. I haven't had much to drink. So yeah, I had to basically take all the torches down out of here and put them on the ground because them up here wasn't actually giving us enough light, and I'm quite lucky that no mobs spawned in our base in this base the entire time. I have checked everywhere and made sure that it is indeed now safe. That's something I'm gonna have to think about, is like, how am I gonna light this up now? Because I was originally going to do that, but I'm gonna have to think of something different now. That's not too big of a deal. But yeah, that's kind of the basic outline of what things are up here at the moment. So let's go take a look down here. Of course, all these blocks that kept mining, kind of making a mess of things. Started digging down, had this bit area, little light spike, full of sand, and there's some coal in the back. Just kind of left this here, so if you want more sand or even more coal at the end of that, I can come grab it. There's some sand underneath, like, sand like right here as well, but yeah, that's not, I don't want to be digging through the staircase to do that. There's a cave right behind here, is why I didn't start digging this way. This is the top level, a higher level mine shaft here at 42, level 42. I believe that should be our feet. Not entirely sure if it is. No, it's 41 at the feet position, 42 at the eye position. Alright. Which means, actually thinking about it, my main mine shaft, I could actually go down one lower. Because it's 12, I was going by the mini map, so that'd be 12 at eye level. Well, if it's 12 at eye level, it's actually 11 down here. That was, whatever. It doesn't matter too much. I got a little crafting station, a tool station, several points down the mine shaft here. And yeah, it's just, my normal thing, same thing I did last season. The same pattern Wyld uses as well. You basically put 4 blocks between every torch. Everything is 3 by 3, so that way when you get a hammer, you can, do this mining a lot more easily, because a hammer knocks out a 3 by 3 square. Of course, right now all I got is a pick, but so it's a little slower. But this is really efficient for when using the hammer, and it's decently efficient when just using the pick as well. Not quite as efficient with the pick, but really efficient with the hammer, which is what we're eventually going to be using for mining. But you put 4 blocks in between every torch. Basically, I have 2 blocks between each side shaft. Each side shaft is 4 blocks deep. And you just keep this pattern going. You're putting that torch in the middle of every single one, and everything's perfectly covered light-wise. And this is also where I was talking about where, oh no, block light 7. No, it's actually not. It's actually 8, because the torch is on the ground. The torch gives off block light 14. As you can see here, I'm right above the torch, so it says 13. If I were to put a torch in my head, it's a 14. And another little light spike. There's been a lot of light spikes down here, just because, I think probably just because of the number of monsters that begin to spawn. Especially as we get farther down here. You notice that the staircase suddenly ends and turns right. There's actually a dungeon right through here. It is a little bit down and like right behind this wall. I also got essence ore sitting here. I had actually dug into it by accident, and a silverfish came out. Luckily, the silverfish didn't do any damage. I was still left with half a heart down afterwards. My armor took the one little bite it had to me, and I just knocked it out with gravelly here. So I just took a turn. You can see, mossy stone here. Basically showing out right there's a dungeon. And then I believe it's right here. Yeah, it would have been right here. So I was going after this gold, I believe, was actually right underneath of it. Right here, there was a mob spawner, but it wasn't spawning mobs. Instead, it spawned poison potions, splash potions. And it had a little carpet over it. This was a randomly generated trap here in UHS 3, but I had forgotten that I had seen the carpet, was wondering what it was, and had forgotten about traps. So I came down here, slowly dug my way through, because there's a cave here I'd be careful with as well. I, of course, hold it up once I had gotten the staircase down. And this is the part that I didn't get footage of, unfortunately, or didn't get usable footage of. And it had come down here, and got just within arm's reach of the carpet, and got like 38 seconds, and it was probably like a 40-second potion of poison, which of course brought me down to half a heart. I knocked the thing out before I could even spawn another potion, luckily, but it was annoying. I do have the carpet upstairs in one of my chests, which I'll show as well, to show you that, yeah, it was indeed one of those traps. All sorts of ores here that I can't get at the moment, including that gold, because that requires iron pick, and the silver, and the cinnabar, and the ruby, and the essence ore, and the redstone. A little bit of lava here. It's actually a lava flow that you had to go up and kind of block off, and then some standing lava to actually use. Although there's not much down here, but, well, at least not much down here yet, but I did, well, uncover some gold. Gold will be useful once we can mine it. But I did find a little bit of aluminum. Another little lag spike. I'm almost certain it's because of all the monsters down here. So I did find a little bit of aluminum. Only 5 pieces. But you only need 3 to make your first bit of alloy. So we are going to go up here and make our first bit of aluminum brass. And that carpet, by the way, sitting right here. That great carpet. That's what I had found. All sorts of other stuff I've been gotten to. Oh, and there's the obsidian tiles we got as well. That's all our food. Anything else noteworthy? I don't think so. Yeah, not really. This thing still doesn't stack. Don't know why. Let's go over here. So we need aluminum brass in order to make the... Well, I forget what they're explicitly called now. Cast. There we go. Forming a cast, yeah. So we need that in order to make a cast. Aluminum brass is made with 3 aluminum and 1 copper. So we go in here. We have 5 aluminum. We only need 3. And 1 copper. Throw those in here. And that will start melting. We still got a decent amount of lava. They've used up quite a bit making all that glass. But what we need next is something to make casts out of. Now, the things that we need to begin with are the necessities to make an iron pick. Because we have to have an iron pick in order to start getting resources that, well, the iron can dig up. So the things that we'll need first is an iron pickaxe head. For the actual, head to make it an iron pick. We will also, I believe we have some bricks left over. We will also want an ingot cast in order to make ingots. I'm trying to think how much aluminum brass will we end up getting out of this. Okay, we got 8 ingots, so we can make 8 casts. That's quite good. So we can start with the pickaxe head. And I'll just go right over the stone cast or the stone head and make us a little cast. Get the seared brick in there to make an ingot cast. There we go. And we're not going to need this stone head anymore, so we can end up just trashing it. But I'll just keep it in the inventory for now. Well, what else do we want to make a cast out of, though, that we currently have on hand? It would probably be nice to get a better version of the pan. Although gravity is doing us fine for the moment. Tool binding gives us... Tool binding doesn't really do anything other than give you extra like special modifiers like stone bound and reinforced, which you get from iron, and there are the ones for other materials. So that's not too important to get right now. Shovel and axe heads would probably be useful. Put them in wrong. Shovel head, axe head, so that way we can get some better tools there. And a tool rod as well. We'll go ahead and put these into the basin. An axe head. And a shovel head. And how many we got left? We got 3. Can't think of anything off the top of my head else that I would want. Can't actually look at the patterns at the moment. So let's look at them in here. Anything here we want? Sword blade would be useful as well. Yeah, all the materials to make swords, of course. Don't need a sword right now. That would certainly be a thing I could do, like in between episodes, and then you get, of course, all the advanced stuff. So I think that would be it, actually, for the moment. All the casts I need, like, right now. There's certainly stuff to make in the future, though. So we'll take these 3 ingots and make ingots out of them by putting them into a cast. Here we go. Should be all of them. Yep. And take that out. And put the extra aluminum brass in here. So we have it on hand to make more casts. Now, of course, next thing we need is some iron. I'm just going to put 1 in for the moment. And we are back. The dog started barking. Stuff like that always makes it hard to make these episodes sometimes. Got the iron in there. And we will be making a pickaxe head. Now, what other materials might we want to use in our iron pick? Let's see here. Eventually, we'll be making like a stone hammer with a diamond and the like, which will allow us to mine up everything, and it's really easy to repair. Really good for making... No, really good not for making things, but for digging the mine shaft, of course. Easy to repair, pretty durable, and can mine up everything. But we will keep this iron pick around to use as a pick to mine singular blocks. Of course, we look at the iron. It has when we look at what we want for the handle, we have to look at the handle modifier. Wood has a 1 handle modifier. Iron has a 1.3 handle modifier. What this does is that it gives us 1.3 times the durability of whatever the main material of the tool is. The main material of the tool is derived by basically the head of the tool, things that make up the main part of the tool, the usable part. So this would give us 1.3 times 250 for the durability, which is what the full tool durability basically refers to. So we'd get 325 durability. And it sounds like it might be nighttime out there. Yes, it is. Let's go to sleep. So they stop spawning and start dying. So go back to the materials here. Handle has iron is 1.3 times modifier. Everything else, I believe, is lower. Green slime and blue slime make really great handles, but I don't have either at the moment. Of course, slime balls. Paper is actually really good to use for your... Oh god, what was it called? The X part. I'm forgetting the name. Yeah, I don't have any of these guys. Copper is 1.15, so it seems like copper might have been nerfed a little bit, or no. No, copper wasn't nerfed. Bronze is what I was actually thinking of before. Bronze has a higher durability. It actually has a higher mining speed. However, it is an alloy, so it is more difficult to make. How do we make bronze? 3 copper and 1 tin. We have tons of copper, even more than what we have in iron, and a decent amount of tin. Suppose we can actually try making a bronze pickaxe. That is certainly a possibility. We got 2 ingots of molten iron in there from 1 ore. The smeltery basically doubles what you get from ore. That is certainly a possibility, though, of using bronze instead of iron, because go back and look at iron here. Iron is 250 durability, 1.3 handle modifier, 6 mining speed, mining level of redstone, and reinforced 1. Bronze, also reinforced 1, also mining level redstone, also handle mile 1.3, but its durability is 350, so it has higher durability. And the full durability with the 1.3 handle modifier, which the handle we could actually make out of iron versus bronze, just because iron is resource-wise I think a little bit cheaper, but either one would work because they both got the same handle modifier. But the mining speed is also a little bit faster, so it'd be quicker to mine things up, which is an interesting idea. There's also steel, of course, but I believe that requires a different process. Remember right from last season, there's a different process to creating steel, and pig iron, blood iron, and emeralds. Pig iron is actually decent, but it takes a lot of stuff that we don't have. Takes 1 iron, 1 blood, which we have getting of right now is but ourselves in there, which would at half a heart kill me. Now of course you can just put any animal into the smelter and get blood, or even mobs. And an emerald, we don't have any emeralds at all. Haven't even seen any yet, because well, we're also not a mountain biome, so that makes sense. And yeah, it doesn't even mention steel in here, because that is a separate process entirely. But I do think we can try making a bronze head here. So it'd be 3 copper and 1 tin. Throw those guys in. And sorry for that other little interruption there. Figuring out dinner. The whole dog barking a little earlier was someone coming home. Where was that? Yeah. So we can use the copper, or not the copper, the bronze for the tool head. We can use either the bronze or the iron, either one works, for the handle. They both give us 1.3. And then we can use the paper for the binding. The binding doesn't do anything to the durability, but it does give us the writable trait. Alternatively, we can also use stone for the binding, and that would give us stone bound. This would be a bad idea to use for the handle, though, because it halves the handle durability. But yeah, we could use stone for the binding, and that would give us stone bound, so it mines faster the weaker the pick gets. So we got 8 ingots of bronze, so yeah, it's 4 blocks to make 8 ingots of bronze. So yeah, that actually comes out just fine resource-wise. Let's use that to make our pickaxe head. There we go. And I suppose we can use it to make the handle as well, since we got a decent amount of it. There we go. Just to keep the color coordination. And come over here to our tool station. Get that out of there. See, we need the bronze pickaxe head, the bronze tool rod, and then, of course, we need the binding. Now, just to show you, I think I've shown this before, but just to show again that the binding has no effect on the durability of an object, or of a tool, I should say. First have to check how to actually make the paper. It's the wrong one. Paper stack. So it's 4 pieces of paper to make a paper stack. Oh, right. Or just 1 piece of paper for a shard. Well, that works. So all we need is a shard. We get 3 pieces of paper here. Paper binding. Tool station. And I tossed it out. Pickaxe. Paper binding. 454 durability. 454 durability. All it does is change the modifiers remaining. And this gives us stonebound. The stone would give us stonebound and reinforced 1. The paper gives us reinforced 1 and writable, which is the aspect of paper that gives you an extra modifiers, allowing us to further modify and enhance this pick. Look-wise, I actually kind of like the little piece of white there. So we'll go with that and get the extra modifier. Stonebound isn't that important to me. It's nice, but isn't super important in our little pick here. This won't even be our final pick after all. And let's think of a good name. And immediately, the first thing I think of, Bronzor. Don't remember if that's the actual name of the Pokemon or it's just inspired by it, but I'm pretty sure that's its name. It's been a while since I played Diamond and Pearl, but give me Bronzor. There we go. And of course, I will be making a new shovel and a new axe as well. But with I'll do that a little bit later. But with this new pick, we can go and mine these blocks. Like this one that was in a place where I was originally going to be skylight, but I still have the little holes marked, though, for future reference. And we can get that amber. We can come over here and get this amber as well. Get some cobblestone on the bar to hold that up. And we can get this amber as well. And also this amber over here, because amber is freaking everywhere. So, which I don't mind. To be honest, I like amber. Makes a really nice block. You can mine this guy up to empty out the space on the staircase. Where's the next bit that I have to mine out? I guess it must be on the next part of the staircase. We can come down here and we can get this lead. It's sitting here. Oh, and the silver below it. Is that all silver? Yeah, I guess so. And stair. I forgot to grab the stairs. Well, I'll come down and fix the staircase when I come back down. We can grab this essence ore. Get a little bit of essence dust for magical crops. Get the cinnabar ore. That's mossy stone. Some more essence ore here. Got gold here. Alright, I always forget you can't jump up when placing it using the tinker tools. A bit picky that way. We can also grab this ruby. This cinnabar. Only got one empty space at the moment though, so I can't really fit much else. Well, we already got a ruby and some cinnabar, so we can grab those for sure. And some essence. Next step, I think, is to get this gold here. Be a little bit careful because there is lava nearby. Don't want to risk digging up any higher. Get the gold on this side. This lead. This ruby. More essence. Just getting all of these goodies that I had to leave behind last time. I am actually out of cobble. Oh, cobble over here. And I had redstone somewhere. There's a Martian bar here. Redstone, there we go. Which will be really important for modifying our tools, along with, you know, everything else that redstone is useful. Redstone overall is really, really handy. I mean, in vanilla, you tend to build up a ton of it and never use it all. But Minecraft, so many things that it can be used for, especially when you got tinkers around. Just using it for speed is great. Another cinnabar there. Don't think there is much up here that had to be picked off now. Is really just like that cinnabar. That was it. But I've kind of cleared out the areas now. And now that we got this pick, we can do so much more. We can start... Ooh, another amber. Start looking for diamond. Begin working towards bigger and better tools. Bigger, better items. Get into the real progression of the game. Which really, pretty much just like vanilla Minecraft in that way. Once you get an iron pick in vanilla Minecraft, everything opens up to you. Once you get an iron level pick in UHS, everything opens up. But that will be it for today. It's been quite a while. It took quite a while just to go over everything and, of course, make our new little pick here. But in between this episode and the next one, I will continue to dig out our base here and start working on our storage room and hopefully get towards our crafting areas so we can actually move some of this stuff. You may have noticed earlier I also had dollies up here. I'm probably going to try making one of those to move these barrels because I really need more barrels too. I had to start using some for the dirt and the cobble and the sand, but I got tons of gravel, got a good amount of clay and marble too. Really need those for. But I'll keep digging out the base. I'll keep digging down in the mine shafts, gathering some resources, so hopefully we can start on our advanced tools and start figuring out what I want to do first after that, you know, once we've gotten some resources and like, because there are a lot of different routes that we can go in our progression with machinery and with magic. So I'm going to have to kind of figure out what route I want to take. But that will be it for today, and I will see you guys next time.